Ho ho ho, now my bad. I am just having all of the technical problems. We are on air. Yeah, so I haven't made a YouTube in a while. I wanted to I wanted to make a TikTok of my Christmas. Mostly just my Christmas haul. I wanted to make a TikTok, but of course, technical difficulties. My phone is saying storage full, which is annoying. My mom's funny. She's like, it's like Apple knows when it's Christmas they want you to purchase a new phone. Maybe that's a conspiracy, but I don't know. Having technical difficulties. And then of course, when I turned on my camera, I haven't used my camera in a while, so I turned on my camera and then I hit record and it was like battery dead when it just said battery full when I turned it on. So all of the technical difficulties. Yeah, so got my new battery in the camera, and now we're gonna do a little Christmas haul video of all the gifts that I received. PSA, this is not for me to brag. This is because I'm very grateful for all that I got, and I love everything I got, and I want to share it with you. I think this would be a good time to also do a life update. I have been a little MIA on YouTube. Yeah, so we'll do a little life update as well with this video. First things first, one of the best news that I've got within the past few months is I'm engaged. Yeah, so my fiance Steven and I have been dating for a year officially in October, sorry. Yeah, so we've been dated for a year in October, and this year he proposed to me. It was a very sweet time. I'll go into the story. Yeah, so this year I had qualified to the Indian National Finals Rodeo. My boyfriend, or my fiance, also qualified. And the previous year is when we started dating. So in 2023 we started dating, officially started dating. Previous to that we had talked for a good 6 months before we even met up or anything. Yeah, so we talked for a good half of the year, and then we made it official in Vegas last year at the Indian National Finals, and then we spent the year together. We spent the year dating, and it was a very sweet time. As you may know from our other social media, Steven is from South Dakota and I am from Alberta in Canada, so we've been doing the long distance thing, but he spent a good amount of time here at my homelands throughout the summer, while we both rodeoed, and we've made it work throughout the year. And it's very sweet because he really gets along with my family, and my family really love him, and it was a very fabulous year of us being together. Yeah, so this past year in 2024 we both qualified to the Indian National Finals, and then he proposed. The story leading up to it. So I mean, throughout the year we've kind of we've been discussing marriage and how we want to spend the rest of our lives together. Yeah, so we've always had it in mind that we do want to marry each other. It was just a matter of time when he was going to pop the question, and I believe his timing was perfect, just because that's where we all started off, was in Vegas, and then he proposed in Vegas, and yeah, so it's part of our story, and I really love it. But yeah, so in Vegas we spend a good week almost 2 weeks in Vegas just for the finals. When we first got there, he was kind of dropping hints, but I was like, like if he's gonna ask, he's gonna ask. And then my mom, before we went to Vegas, my mom's like, what if he proposes? Like, my mom was kind of expecting it. And then when we were in Vegas, he was kind of dropping hints, and then he actually told my brother, I'm gonna propose. My brother was so excited, and it was funny because when he told my brother that, my dad was in the vicinity, and then he was telling my brother, I haven't asked your dad yet, so keep it chill. And my brother was so excited. And then yeah, so this was he told my brother earlier in the week, and then the week had led on, and it was Friday night at the Indian National Finals, and I wasn't up that night. I wasn't competing, but he was competing. And so I had dressed up, and I as you may know, I love dressing up. And so yeah, we were dressed up, and then I kind of got ready earlier that day. And so I was finished getting ready, and then we went to the pool, and we were just kind of hanging out, like on the lawn chairs, hanging out outside. We mostly wanted to get fresh air because, as you may know, in Vegas you don't see outside a lot, so you're just always in the vicinity. And so we went outside, and we were enjoying the sunshine, and we're sitting on those lawn chairs. And I didn't even notice this instant, but yeah, we're sitting on those lawn chairs, and then there was a country song playing in the background, and it was a song about this guy. I think it's called Big Big Plans, but it talks about how he's gonna propose to his girlfriend, and it's a song about marriage and whatnot. But anyway, so the song's playing in the background, and I didn't pay no mind to it. And Steven's like, yeah, that was that was a really good sign. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then yeah, so we were hanging out at the pool, and then we went back, and he went to get ready for the rodeo. He got all his gear stuff because he was up that night. And then we went to the rodeo, and then he went to get ready because he rides bareback horses. So he went to get ready, and then I was just kind of hanging around with my mom. My mom was working at INAFAR, and she works specifically in the VIP, and so I was hanging out with her in there. And then bareback riding came on, and I was really excited for him, and he did really good. I can't remember which place. I think he placed second, third. Anyways, he made money that night. And it was funny because now, after the fact that he proposed, it was funny because the other bareback riders, all his buddies, he was like, yeah, we kind of noticed something was up, because before he rode, he was like pacing around, like nervous, and we're like, his buddy was like, we just thought like maybe he's nervous about riding, or anyways. And so yeah, he was pacing around, then he got on his bucking horse, and then he just headed out right away. He packed up his stuff and left the chutes. And then his buddy was like, yeah, we knew for sure something was going on, because usually after we ride, we kind of, take our time packing our stuff up, visiting, whatnot. But after he rode, he was out of there. And then he kind of took a little bit to come up and see me. He then when he did come up and see me, he had his gear bag, and usually after he rides, he leaves his gear bag downstairs, but he brought his gear bag to like the spectator area. And then I asked him, I was like, why do you have your gear bag here? And then, or why do you have your gear bag up here with you? And he was like, oh, I just want to keep an eye on it. And then not thinking, he was keeping the ring in his gear bag. And so he said he had these big plans that he was going to pull out the ring from his gear bag and propose. But anyways, he changed his mind, and he had brought the gear bag back downstairs. And then when he went back downstairs, oh yeah, the other thing, his buddy was like, also he had a blazer in his gear bag, and we're like, why do you have a blazer in your gear bag behind the chute? Yeah, so he had a blazer, and then he brought his gear bag back downstairs. He put his blazer on, and then we had our stall for our tack. We had our tack stall, and so he was putting his gear bag in there. And then it was funny because my sister-in-law almost caught him in the act of trying to hide the ring. Anyways, he was like fumbling around, and he put the ring in his jacket. My sister-in-law come walking by, and she was like, "Oh, you're in here." And yeah, but anyway, so he pulled that off. He did it without showing her. And then my brother was also competing that night. My brother qualified for the finals as well, and he was up that night. And so he was he roped, he did his thing. And then after my brother roped, I went down to the stall area to like see my brother, to talk to him about his run. And then when I went downstairs, I saw Steven, and he had a blazer on. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, why do you have a blazer on? And then I had also had a blazer on. It was part of my outfit, and so I was wearing a blazer. And then right away Steven was like, "Oh, I just want to match you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I didn't think anything of it. And then we went to talk to my brother, and then we went upstairs, and we went to the VIP area where my mom was working, and there was an empty table. And I was like, I'm just gonna sit here. And so I went, sat down, and then Steven came up to me, and he was like, "I'm gonna go find my mom." And I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna sit here and watch. The barrel racing was on at the time, and so I was like, I'm gonna sit here and watch. And so I'll just stay here by myself. And so then he went away, and then he came back, and I was really watching the rodeo. I'm not sure, on my TikTok, we shared the video because his mom happened to record the proposal. Yeah, so he had come back, and in the TikTok I looked quite like concerned, because when he came up to me, he's like, "Hey, get up," like all frantic. And I was like, "Why? What's going on?" I was like trying to grab my purse, and then he like calmed down, and I was like, "Why do you want me to get up? I'm watching the rodeo." Anyway, so I got up, and then he was whispering in my ear, because it was quite loud in the VIP area, just with the rodeo going on and whatnot. And so he was whispering in my ear, and he was telling me that he really loves me, and he wants to spend the rest of his life with me, and that we're best friends, and we're such a great match. And I knew something, like he was whispering in my ear, but my dad was in like my eye view right there. And I was looking at my dad while he's whispering in my ear, and my dad just kind of nodded his head. And I was like, oh my god. And after my dad nodded his head, and then Steven like got the ring out of his jacket, and then he went down to one knee, and then I was like, oh my god, are you doing this? And then he was like, "Will you marry me?" And I was like, yeah. I kind of took a moment, and I was like, yes. And it was funny because I had tried to put the ring on before I even said yes. And then but yeah, so I said yes, and then we kissed and whatnot. And then my mom, she was like in tears, because my mom had no idea. Me and my mom are best friends, and so my dad was like, "We couldn't tell you because you would just tell her." And it was funny, so he asked my dad probably like 30 minutes before he asked me. So just before my brother was gonna rope that night, Steven ran into him, and then Steven like asked my dad in that moment, like, "Oh, I'm gonna propose to PJ, can I have your blessing?" And my dad's like, "Yeah, of course." And then my dad was like, we were all expecting it, like it was just a matter of time when you were gonna ask. And so that was very sweet. So my dad gave him his blessing, and then Jake had already known previously in the week. But it was funny because my dad usually comes to talk to us before we rope at the Einafar, and then calf roping was just starting, and Jake was like one of the first ones, and Jake was getting all frantic because he's like, "Where's my dad? Like, he's not around here." And then he saw Steven and my dad walking up, and then he's like, "Oh," he asked him, like he's like, I knew when I saw them, I knew that he had asked him." And so yeah, Stephen got my dad's blessing just before he asked me, so my dad knew. But it was funny because also earlier in the week when Stephen told Jake, oh, I'm gonna propose, Jake was all excited, and then my dad kind of had like an idea, and then my dad and Jake and my mom, they went to the store, they went to Walmart, and my dad was like, I think Stephen's gonna ask PJ to marry him. And so my dad kind of already had an idea, and then Stephen officially asked him that Friday night, and yeah, so Stephen proposed, and I said yes. Very, very beautiful. It was funny because, I mean, I don't have nails now, but I didn't have nails at the time either, because I was roping and I didn't want to rope with nails. But anyway, so he had proposed, and then the next morning I was like, I gotta go get my nails done. Everyone's gonna want to be looking at my nails or looking at my ring, and yeah, so he proposed, and I am engaged. Wedding plans, we want to do it next year, 2025. It's a matter of ironing out the details. Those are in the works. Yeah, and then Stephen, so like I mentioned, he does live in South Dakota. But after we got engaged, after in Vegas, I had gone home with him to South Dakota to celebrate with his family. And then I had to come back for work. I do work at the Blood Tribe Department of Health, our health center on a reserve. And I had to get back to work, so he came back with me, and this was at the beginning of November. He had come back with me, and then he spent time up here with me. He went home on Monday, so December 22nd, he went home. He needed to, he has some rodeos coming up. He has some rodeos on New Year's, and then the week after, and then the week after. And then he also wanted to spend Christmas with his family. It was funny because I saw this TikTok and I was like, yeah, me and my boyfriend may live together, but we can't spend Christmas together. Like, she's like, Santa knows my address and he won't find me at his house. And I was like, that's so funny. And so she's like, he needs to spend Christmas in his living room and I need to spend Christmas in my living room because Santa only knows our address. So I thought that was very sweet. But yeah, so that's just part of our story. You know, spending time apart, but also spending time together when we're able to. And yeah, I believe I'm gonna make it to one of his rodeo trips here in a few weeks. So I'll get off work and go to that. Yeah, so that was Christmas, or that was my proposal, and now it's Christmas. That was 2 months ago. Oh, exactly. Today's December 25th, and he had proposed on October 25th. So 2 months later, I'm sharing with you all. Yeah, but I wanted to do a TikTok. I have been updating my TikTok more frequently than I have been updating my YouTube. Also, my Facebook, I update pretty often on our lives there on Facebook. So if you haven't already, check out my other socials. Oh, also Instagram. I am on Instagram, and I tend to update those more than the YouTube. But Stephen did remind me. He was like, well, he didn't. I don't really share that I have a YouTube, and that's just kind of like my own self-consciousness. I'm like, I don't want anyone to see, but I'm like, I want to share, but I want everyone to see. I'm just weird like that. But yeah, so he had seen my YouTube and he's like, you need to make more YouTubes. He's like, I want to be in your YouTube. So in the next year, we're gonna try to make some more YouTubes. Yeah, I wanted to make a TikTok because I wanted to share my Christmas gifts. Yeah, I wanted to share what I received for Christmas. I'm very grateful for all that I got, and I want to share it with you. Yeah, like I mentioned, I was having technical difficulties. I wanted to make a TikTok of my Christmas haul, then my phone started acting up, and so I was like, I'll pull out the camera and do a whole YouTube on it. So yeah, this is now I'm on my camera and we're doing a YouTube. Maybe I'll share on TikTok. Go check out my recent YouTube about my Christmas haul. In brackets, proposal story. Maybe that'll draw some people in. More views, me. But yeah, so I wanted to do a Christmas haul. I also wanted to share our Christmas in general. So yesterday was Christmas Eve, and my immediate family and I, we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. We start out our Christmas with going to Christmas Mass, and I wanted to share what I heard. I wanted to share what was shared with us at Christmas Mass. So the priest, he wanted to remind us, he really emphasized on empathy and wanted to remind us that, as we all know, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus, and wanted to say, I've said this a bunch of times on TikTok. Well, trying to make that TikTok. Yeah, so we went. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I haven't even shared anything yet, like, about the Christmas. It's just because I tried so hard to do it on TikTok, and now I'm doing it on YouTube. But yeah, so we went to Christmas Mass yesterday, and I wanted to share what was shared with us. The priest, he really emphasized on empathy and wanted to remind us, as we all know, that Christmas is about the birth of Jesus, and he wanted to remind us that we must see baby Jesus in everyone we come across, especially when people wrong us. He wanted us to have that empathy for them, because we may not always know what other people are dealing with. So yeah, he was like, have that empathy, don't take things so personal. People may be dealing with things on their own. Have that caring compassion, see baby Jesus in them. And yeah, it's it was a very nice reminder, because also in therapy, my therapist is always sharing with me that I need to have empathy, to always have that empathetic eye, like I mentioned, not to take things so personal, because other people may be going through something, and how they react to you is not a reaction or a reflection. How they react to you is not a reflection of who you are. To always show care and compassion, because they may be going through something, and how they may treat you is not basis of who you are, but what they may be going through. And so yeah, it was a very nice reminder to hear that in church. Yeah, after church we went to my grandma's house and we opened gifts. But earlier this week, so today's Wednesday, today's Christmas. Earlier this week I was at work, so Monday, Tuesday. But yeah, that's the other reason why I couldn't go to South Dakota with Steven, was because I couldn't get off work. And so earlier this week I was at work, and while I was at work, my work friends and my boss have given me gifts, so I wanted to share those with you. So we'll start with the gift that my boss got me. She got me a little card with a very sweet message. I'll read this message to you. She said, PJ, may your holiday season fill your home with joy, your life with laughter, your heart with love, and your phone with special core memories of family and friends. Very grateful for all the care and compassion that you lead with, and look forward to walking together in 2025. Happy holidays. This was very sweet to receive. It's always nice to be appreciative, and just my boss thinking of me on Christmas, is very nice. I'm looking forward to a great 2025 at work, and yeah, so I'll share what she got me. So she got me a candle. It smells like cinnamon. She told me, for some reason, cinnamon reminds me of you. And I was like, is it because I'm so spicy? And she's like, no, actually it's because the color red really looks good on you. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. And I was like, that's also very interesting because could that be a possible wedding color? It's also Steven's favorite color, red, so maybe. But yeah, so she got me this candle. Then she also got me a Pendleton mug, which is very sweet because there's some ladies on there with cowboy hats. It's very, very nice, and it's sweet because my grandma has this exact Pendleton blanket with this design, and so now me and my grandma can match. She can wear her blanket and I can have the mug. So she got me a mug and a candle, my boss. Very grateful for that. And then one of my work friends, she got me a mug. It says, howdy, 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 yeehaw state of mind. I think this is a stress ball. It's a little cowboy boot stress ball. This was very sweet though, because she's like, I saw it and I just had to get it for you. She's like, it reminded me of you, like the brightness of colors, and I love brightness and colors, and so that was very sweet. And also it's a cool mug because the handle is very, very handable. So very handy. The handle is very handy, so that was very sweet that she got this for me, and it's always nice to be thought of, especially on the holidays, so very appreciative of that. Then another work friend of mine, she got me a gift, some fuzzy socks. We all love fuzzy socks. Some earrings, little white roses, and then she got me some soap. Soap's always needed. The scent is Champagne Toast from Bath and Body Works. This is a very nice smell, so that's very sweet. Then she got me a keychain. Very fun. It's like rubbery. It's cool. And then she got me a movie ticket pass, or like a coupon. She's like, you and Steven can have a date night. And so we're gonna go to the movies. Very sweet that she included both I and Steven. So yeah, those are the gifts I got from work. As you can see, I am wearing SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. Every Christmas my mom gets us Christmas pajamas, and this year she got me SpongeBob pajamas. So they're very fun and comfortable. They're soft. They're fun because they got pockets. And yeah, and then she got me socks to match. SpongeBob socks. Came in a little pack. Krusty Krab pizza. If you know, you know. I'm excited about these socks. There's lots of different pairs. I love fun socks. So anything cool that relates to socks, I like. Yeah, so my mom got me some socks. We'll carry on with the gifts that my parents got me. I love toques. It's toque season. So they got me a nice little toque. Very easy to match with a lot of things. So I like that. And then they got me some clothes. I love clothes. I love dressing up. These pants. These pants are very cool. They the top is different, so that's fun. And then they're wide leg and long and very soft. And then they got me some dress pants. They're fun because they got little rhinestones on them, so I'm excited to dress these up. I love dressing up, so that'll be fun to dress up. And then they got me a sweater with some strawberries, little wool sweater. This is very cute. I was like, now I need some strawberry beaded earrings. So that's something I want to look into. That would be really cute with this top. Unfortunately, I don't know how to bead. Maybe I can learn, make my own, make that a goal for 2025, learn how to bead. Yeah, so they got me that sweater. Then they got me a nice t-shirt, stripes. It's a very soft t-shirt. I really like it and I'm excited to wear it. And then we'll go on to the gifts that my brother and my sister-in-law bought me. So a new Calgary Flames t-shirt. I am a Calgary Flames fan. We are a Calgary Flames family. Born and raised into the family. Yeah, this is a cool t-shirt. Rainbow, because I love colors. So that's very fun. And then they got me a backpack. I love backpacks. Kind of a pack rat sometimes. But my brother, he was like, now you can replace your old work backpack for this backpack. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Mostly because he's like, this has a bunch of cool compartments. So I was like, nice. Yeah. So I may switch out my work backpack for this one. And then also, my brother got me some Taylor Swift notepads and notebooks. So this is a to-do list. And then this is a notebook, or this is a notepad, a to-do list notepad. This is a notebook. It says, in my new era. And then this one says Swiftie. So that's very fun. I forgot to show what else my parents got me. My parents also got me a little charm bracelet. It's very cute, very thoughtful. Cows are fun. Little ear tags and cows on it. Now we'll go on to what my fiance bought me for Christmas. So I wanted a new watch, an analog watch specifically. So this cute little swatch is cool because it's kind of, I don't know if the camera shows it, but it's like holographic. So this is very cute. Good little analog watch. And then he also bought me a new vest. It's cool too because it's holographic and it's very comfy. These are some good vests. So he bought me a vest and a watch. And then now we'll go on to my grandma's gifts. So my grandma bought me a sweater as well. A little comfy sweater. It has a little heart and some beads. And yeah. And then she also got me a clutch purse. It comes with a so we can wear it as a purse, so a little strap. And then she got me a necklace. It's very pretty necklace. And then we'll go to the stocking. So my stocking gifts. Stockings are always fun. They have a bunch of little trinkets. Here's my stocking. My grandma provided the stocking. It says PG. That's what my grandma calls me. Yeah, so start off with this. This is a little handheld fan. It's exciting because I can use it for my makeup, especially my eyelashes. To get the glue tacky for my eyelashes. That's fun. And then I'm excited about this. It's a therapy notepad. So in therapy, when I have my therapy sessions, I don't really gather my thoughts, and so this is going to be great because it's going to help me gather my thoughts. It says stuff to discuss, notes on stuff discussed, your mood before the session, mood after the session. Just really good to keep track of a therapy session, so I'm excited about this. Also, My dad got me, like I mentioned, I like toque, so my dad got me a little turkey toque. Maybe I'll wear it to Christmas dinner today. Turkey toque. This game, little memory game, little fidget toy. So that's fun. It's I think it's kind of like a, what's that game? Simon Says. No, there's a game. Bop It. Just, yeah. So there's that. And then some more socks. More soft fuzzy socks. Some hand sanitizer. It's wild berry hand sanitizer. And then some body conditioner from Lush. I love Lush. This smells kind of pepperminty. It smells very good. I don't know if you use this in the shower or you use it after. Oh, it says how to use. Massage a generous helping over skin in the shower, then rinse for smooth, refreshed skin. Very fun. And then some more stuff from Lush. Body scrub. Intergalactica. So they actually make a body, or not a body, a bath bomb. So now it's a body scrub as well. I love it because it's colorful and it smells really good. Then I got some pimple patches, little star pimple patches. Some candy cane, more candy. This are more candy, chocolate cherries, and a Starbucks drink. Excuse me. It's actually a Asian Starbucks drink. It tastes really good. It's called peach oolong tea. And yeah, so got that in my stocking. Then I got, oh, this is very pretty. So it's a lip balm, but I don't know if you can see. Oh, there we go. It's very shimmery. I'm kind of scared to use it. Maybe I can use it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, shimmery. Very nice. So there's that. A chocolate dollar. A chocolate loony. Got a chocolate. Ooh, chocolate covered sour keys. And another. My mom said these are homemade suckers. So that's exciting. And then a lip balm, a little Vaseline lip balm. It says honey peach lips for soft, smooth lips. It smells good. It's look at this case. It's got a little heart. That's very fun. Yeah, so those are my Christmas gifts. I really loved them all. I mostly love I love the family time we get to spend. So I'm excited for today. We have Christmas dinner. We are going to have turkey and all the good stuff for Christmas dinner. And yeah, so let's remember that Christmas is all of it. Christmas is about spending time with your family and loved ones. Yeah, so let's focus on that. I am excited to go do that today. And now I need to get ready. I've tried to make this video multiple times on TikTok, but TikTok didn't want to help me. So I'm glad we got some footage at least. And it was a good, maybe it was meant to happen. Maybe it was like, you need to update your YouTube, so let's do the YouTube. Yeah, so Merry Christmas and thank you for watching my Christmas haul. I hope to have more YouTubes in the future. We'll make that a make that a New Year's resolution to keep the YouTube updated. Also, just to stay out of my head. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter what other people think. Just do what makes you happy. And I've always wanted to create a YouTube, and I've always wanted to have a social media platform. So this is the way. So do what your heart desires. Don't let what other people think get to you. With that, Merry Christmas. We'll see you maybe before the year ends. If not, we'll see you next year. Thanks for tuning in.